Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Efren. I'm a designer and I also love building DIY projects. And kung bago ka lang dito sa aking channel, please consider subscribing. And in today's video is ititest lang natin itong ginawa ko for the y-axis of this DIY CNC build that I'm doing. So basically what we have here is this one is a chain. So I'm trying to make this work, the y-axis to be a chain drive. So dalawa, so both of this axis, so dalawa ito and ito dito banda. So now this is the second time that I'm doing this. Basically I modify it a little bit to make it a little bit more easier to move, but then as you can see, this video is basically just a test na or ipapakita ko kung yung ginawa ko is ano ba, okay ba. So basically what happened here is to make it short, it's not okay because as of now yung chain na in-install ko is naka ano siya, yung motor is yung hybrid servo motor is nakatayo, and then yung chain is nakapatagilid. So yung ano dito, yung idler pulley na nilagay ko, which is bearing lang. Then yung chain itself, dahil ito ay yung mga chain ng motorsiklo. So this one is a chain for a motorcycle, and the gravity itself, because it's a heavy chain, the gravity itself is pulling the whole chain down. So it is now kind of hard to move in the idler pulley. So that makes the whole system very what you call this, very hard to move. So this one is large NEMA 34 CNC motor. So but then it's having a hard time to move this whole gantry because of this chain. So now ipapakita ko lang kung i-move ko to and how much force that I'm going to use to move this one backwards and forwards. So yeah, so actually I have tried this one turning on all the motors, but then it's kind of hard to look the way it moves because it's kind of like breaking the whole system. So I'm not going to turn it anymore, but then I'm just going to push this one so that there will be no force applied to the motor. So here, so I'm just going to hold this z-axis. So by doing so, there's kind of, it's not going at the same time, so it's really hard to look because it's kind of like it will be broken. So yeah, as you can see here. So this is basically a little smoother, but then when it's power on, then the motor is kind of not doing the same thing. So for example, because either of this two system, the chain drive, they are kind of, there's a friction between the idler pulley and then the sprocket and then the chain. So it's kind of hard to move. So for example, if I turned these two motors on, so they move, but then sometimes when it kind of having hard time to move one side, so this one is moving, but then this one is not, because, and also because this particular motor are what you call this, closed loop motor. So this particular motor is kind of sprinting to the steps that he lose because of the friction of the sprocket and the chain. So it's kind of, this one is moving and this one is not. And then when it has the power, or the chain is kind of loose, and then this particular motor is kind of sprinting, so it's kind of doing something like this. So it's really not good to look at. That's why I haven't turned on this one right now. So as you can see, this one is kind of moving, but then I still have to put a lot of force to make this two axis move. So as you can see, yan. So it's not really moving. It's not really moving at the same time. So yeah. So basically, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do a third revision for this. So this particular chain, because the gravity itself is pulling it down, and then it makes a lot of friction towards the what you call this, the idler pulley, the bearing that I installed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this one upside down, because this one is sideways right now. So by doing so, the holes of the chain. So I'm just going to get a chain. So basically, this is the first chain that I've been using to drive this one, but it's a very heavy duty. It's very heavy, and it's very large. It's very stiff, so it's kind of hard to look at also when I turn it on. So I changed it into this kind of a smaller chain, but then I have some problems. That's why I'm going to change this. So basically, what happened here is that this one is a chain, so the movement is kind of the natural movement of the chain is kind of in upside down. But then I installed this chain drive system sideways, because I'm trying to save on space, because this tiny workshop is tiny, and this yeah, and this whole system is not really working. So yeah, so basically what is happening here, because I installed it sideways, so as you can see there, the weight of the chain itself is pulling the idler pulley that I installed in here. So I'm just going to turn this one in, okay, just like that. Yeah, so the weight of the chain is pulling the idler pulley down. So as you can see here, this one is the idler pulley that I installed. So what happened is, because I installed it sideways, it makes, or it gives a lot of friction. So it's giving a hard time for the motor to move. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the installation of the motor upside down, so that it is kind of on the direction of the most of the drive chain drive, most of the chain drive system that's been used in motorcycle, and also most of the CNC chain drive that I've seen in YouTube is they're using it this way and not this way. So this one is a fail. So I'm going to try and use this kind of system, the installation upside down for the motor, something like this. Gonna be something like this. The sprocket is going to be in here, and then the idler pulley is going to be on both here, and then this one is going to be like that. So I'm going to change this one. So this one is gonna be a lot of work for me, because I'm going to weld, or I'm going to grind this one to cut this one, and also going to change the orientation of this one. So there's gonna be a lot of things to be do. So I'm just going to start right now. So let's go. So now guys, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to loosen this chain, so both of this side. So after that one is I'm going to remove the motor, and then after removing the motor is I'm going to cut this bracket that I made for the motor attachment. So yeah.